Hi friends, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that might be new here, hi, welcome. My name is Megan and today we have a pack with me, work with me, keep me motivated vlog style video. We have several things on the agenda today, so let me scoot over so I can pop them on the screen for you. Today we are going to do a midweek reset. It is currently Wednesday and I do have the post office coming to my house today to pick up the sales, so we have to hustle and get them out there before they come around 9:30, 10 o'clock or so. It is currently 7 a.m. Speaking of, tomorrow is my stepmom's birthday, Karen. Happy birthday, Karen. So if you want to wish her happy birthday in the comments, I know she watches my videos. She will read those comments. Happy birthday. Hi. Love you. Miss you. So first on the agenda, we are going to do a little cleanup downstairs. It's not that bad. Not that bad. I did pretty good this past week keeping things clean-ish, so that shouldn't take very long. Then we're going to go through and Nifty inventory some things that are newly listed, so things that I've listed last week and this week that have never been put into the inventory. We're going to go ahead and inventory some of those on Nifty's interface so that the inventory bin is pushed through to all of the platforms, Poshmark, eBay, Depop, and Mercari, as well as it sits there on Nifty's interface, so I never lose a sale or an item ever again in my inventory. So we're going to chip away at that a little bit. We are going to unpack a Plato's bag because yesterday in real time, I went to Plato's closet and I found luxury at Plato's closet. So I will show you that when we get downstairs as well. I bought two things and they purchased some things from me and I ended up with some cash still, so that's really great. So we're going to unpack that Plato's bag and then we're going to pack a THREDUP box with the Plato's closet rejects. Probably I will try some of the Plato's Closet things again at Plato's Closet. The buyer that I had, I've never seen her before, which is great because she will purchase in different things that other buyers may not have. But I do want to take some of the things again and just give it a shot and see what happens. Things that I don't want to try again at Plato's, we are just going to pack up and send off to THREDUP. Speaking of, when I ordered my THREDUP labels this morning, it was half off of the standard processing fee. So typically it's $14.99 for their standard service fee, which is usually what I use. I don't use the higher tier one. I don't know if it's $30, $40. I don't even know how much it costs, but I know it costs, I think it's double the standard fee. But the standard fee was half off today. So I did order 3 labels. It says you have 30 days to send them in if you order the labels by, I think it was November 19th, and today is the 12th. So I have quite some time to send in 3 boxes. It's not going to be a problem for me to send off 3 THREDUP boxes in the next 30 days. So I did order 3 labels at the half off cost. Then after we pack up the THREDUP box, we will pull and pack all of yesterday's sales. I don't think I had any sales yet this morning. It is, like I said, only 7 o'clock in the morning still. But we will pack the sales, and I do want to show you, I found some really cute holiday mailers on Amazon. I typically don't. I did. In the beginning of my reselling career, I loved the pretty packaging, the patterned poly mailers. I loved it all. I loved it all especially because I used to like taking Instagram photos with them. So I especially love them for that. But I haven't purchased pretty poly mailers in quite some time. But I did see these holiday mailers on Amazon, and I will show you them when we get downstairs. I haven't even unpackaged them or used them yet, so we will use them today for the first time. They are so stinking cute, and I cannot wait to get to using them. And then I did get, I think, one single new Ground Advantage supply, and it's a padded mailer, I do believe. I don't think I showed you that yet, so we will take a look at that. And last, we will pack a thank you holiday delivery cart for the delivery drivers. I am a person that orders things that are delivered to the house quite often, especially during the holiday season. And like I said, I have a standing pickup with my postal carrier. They come to the door every Wednesday and pick up my sales for me, so I don't have to go to the post office once a week, which is fantastic. So during November and December, holiday season, the busiest season for delivery drivers, postal workers, all of the above, I like to put out a little cart like that just has some drinks and some snacks and usually because we live in a cold place during the winter time, I put hot hands on there. If I have them, I'll put hand sanitizer, little packs of tissues, things like that. So we're going to pack that up with what I have currently today. I do need to order some more things for the thank you cart because this is going to be the first week it's going out this year. I know that's an added expense that a lot of people cannot afford in the current economy that we are in, and I am not sharing this with you to make you feel like you should be doing something similar. But if you can, it's just something nice because this time of year from now until like the beginning of the year is absolutely crazy for delivery people. So it's just a small thing that I can do and I enjoy doing it. Anyway, so that's what's on the agenda today. We are going to, I guess, go downstairs now. Are you ready? Let me grab all of my drinks because I am a drink girly. It's so weird. It's just like one day a switch flipped and now I have to carry around water all the time. It's not because of a Stanley, I don't think. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it is. But now I literally have to have a water bottle everywhere I go. And I never was like that before. But this is my coffee. Anyway, let's get to going. All right, friends, so we cleaned up and now we are going to really quickly just go through the Play-Doh's bag and decide what I'm going to try one more time at Play-Doh's before I send it to THREDUP, and then what I'm going to put in the THREDUP box that is right here. So let me actually bring those a little closer. Okay, hold on. Let me clear a space on the desk for this box. Okay. Oh my gosh. So here is the whole kit I took to Play-Doh's, and I have my Play-Doh's receipt so I can tell you. They purchased 13 items for, it would have been $69.60, but I purchased 2 things for $30, and I still ended up with $39.60 after I purchased these 2 things. First, I found this. This is a 100% cashmere Vince button front cardigan in a really gorgeous camel color. I know it's kind of like the light is not the best on here. I have you, there's a window right behind you, so I am facing the natural light as much as I possibly can, but we are underground, so please bear with me. Gorgeous camel colored button front cardigan. I wish it buttoned all the way up like to here, that kind of style, but I will still take this. It is a micro rib. I don't know if you can see that. And it's in really great shape. There's the Vince tag. And it was $16. So a little pricey. Would I have spent $16 at Goodwill on this? I don't know. $16 is a lot, but this was like Plato's credit. This was Bin's trade-in credit. So I technically don't really see it as spending $16, even though I know it is. Like, I would have got 16 actual dollar bills instead of buying this sweater from Plato's Closet. But I do think I can make some good money on this cashmere sweater. And the second thing I bought, so this was $16, okay? And I had no points to use a reward, so I had to pay the full $16 for this, and I had to pay full price for this as well. Let me actually pop in a clip for you. Let me step to the side so I can pop in a clip for you, because I did film a little video of this at Plato's Closet. So this is a 100% nylon. I think it's a toot sew, whatever you call it, fabric that really, like, I don't know if you can hear that. Nylon bomber jacket by Prada. Prada from Plato's Closet. This is not the first time I have found luxury at Plato's Closet. I have found, actually, Jack found a vintage Fendi sweater, like an 80s all over logo print Fendi sweater at Plato's Closet before. I have found common projects at Plato's. What else? Jacquemus I have found at Plato's Closet, new with tags. What else? Oh, I can't think right now, but this is not the first luxury brand from Plato's Closet, but I will absolutely take it. And as you saw in the clip, 14 freaking doll hairs. 14 doll hairs for Plato's Closet. And if you can see right there, it says WO light. That means women's outerwear light. So they didn't know if this had a brand. They marked it as unbranded and as a lightweight women's jacket. So this was priced not based on the brand at all. It was priced based on a lightweight women's jacket. And I don't know if I showed you well enough in the clip. There is the, oh gosh, that's not going to focus well enough. That sucks. This light down here is horrible. There is the Prada logo right there on the little, I don't know, button flap. And then it is reversible into this gorgeous, 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 like shimmering blue color. Hello. Let me show you the zipper, because that's actually what caught my attention when I was looking through the jackets at Plato's. So when I got in, I started looking at the jeans, and then I was like, Megan, why are you wasting what little time you have? Because I had a dentist appointment directly after I was going to Plato's, and I was hoping that I was going to be able to get my buy completely done and not have to come back after the dentist and pick up my buy. So I stayed in the store and I was looking around, and I knew I only had a small window of time to look around and be in the store before I had to leave. So I was looking at the jeans and I was like, Megan, why are you wasting your time looking at the jeans? Now, there could be good denim, obviously, I know that, but I was like, go to the jackets, go to the sweaters. Went to the jackets, and when I tell you, this zipper is what I saw staring at me. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but right there it says Prada, and my eyeballs read that, and I was like, no way. And I grabbed it and looked at it, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I started like shaking because I could see this said Prada, and then I did find this. I think is the reverse side. This is the interior side. It does have the made in I think it's Bulgaria little tag right there. So I think the blue side is intended to be the exterior side, and this side also does have all of the tags here in the pocket. Look at it. Prada. And then it's a size 48, which I believe is men's technically, and upon Google imaging it, there is one of these on eBay, and somebody's asking over $1,000. Who, please tell me, who gave this to Plato's Closet? That's the first thing I think when I find something amazing at anywhere, basically. Who gave this away? Who threw it away? Who donated it? Who gave this to Goodwill? Who sold this to Plato's Closet? Hello? So we will see how this does. Obviously, I haven't listed it yet because the Plato's tag is still on there. I did want to show you in real time, not just in the little clip, the $14 Plato's tag. Okay? So Plato's for the win yesterday for sure. Now we are very quickly going to go through and see what they passed on and, you know, do what I said already. Okay. That's weird. I thought they would take this. This is a little, I think it's Madden Girl. Oh no.
unlisted.com little black mini bag. I am going to try this again with them. It's faux leather. It's got a little gold buckle detail. So we will, where are we going to put this? Put all the things we're going to try again in this basket. What are these? Okay, so now we're passing on 501 Levi's jeans. There's nothing wrong with these. They're not cut off. They're not damaged at the hemline. They do have ripped knees, but they are not like ripped more than they should be. So I am going to try these again with Play-Dohs. I have no idea why they would pass on those. Like I said, this girl I've never seen before, so that's good and bad. Good because probably the next time I go, it will be somebody different and maybe they will take some of this stuff. This is a Lulu's little off-the-shoulder tie front top. I think I am going to give this a THREDUP. I think maybe this off-the-shoulder-ish style is maybe why Plato's passed on that. So put that in there. And what is this? Oh, maybe that's why they passed on it, because they thought it was broken, because I didn't zip it. This is a little Altered State crop top. Really cute floral crop top. Altered State is the brand. There you go. Plato's loves this brand, so I will try that again. This was given to me at the bins by another bins regular, and I think this is right up Plato's alley. This is a Wrangler faux leather bag. It's got a braided, like, I don't know, crook of your arm strap, shoulder strap, and then it does have the brand new Wrangler branded shoulder strap. So I am going to try that again to Plato's. Maybe I should do this and clip the long strap on there, because maybe they're not buying it because they didn't see that it had a long strap. Because if you've never been to Plato's, they literally give your items like the 2-second glance. If they don't like it within a passing glance, they're not going to look at it more than that. So perhaps they didn't even open it. So we'll try it like that and see if they take it that way. Next, what is this? This is a jumpsuit, and I think I am going to try this to THREDUP. Oh, I'm like, oh, they didn't take it because it's got one strap, but here's the other strap. So let me put that back on it. And we will send this to THREDUP. Maybe this is too like summertime for Plato's right now, and I'm not going to put this in a back stock and then try to give it to Plato's during summertime. Next. These are more Levi's, but they're cut off 501s. Shorts. I think I will try this again to Plato's, because in the summertime, you get around $10 for a pair of Levi's shorts. In the wintertime, I would expect $5 to $8. So we'll see if they take those. This is Fashion Nova, a little sweater skirt. I think I will just pass that off to THREDUP. Then this is a Chelsea and Violet, brand new with tags, faux leather, like, I think it's a single button. Let me show you. Single button snap shirt. And I think this snap goes in the back. So I think this is the back and this is the front. Maybe it's a little too mature for them being faux leather, even though they have faux leather bottoms in there. Maybe a faux leather shirt is a no. So I think I am going to just send that off to THREDUP, especially because it's red, especially because it's brand new. I can't wait until THREDUP opens direct listing. I am so itching to list on THREDUP and see how things go, because things that I send to THREDUP for them to sell for me, some of these things I feel like I couldn't sell in a million years, no matter how hard I try. And they put it on the website and it sells within the very short little time frame that it has to be on the website for the price they listed at. So I feel like THREDUP market is a whole nother market of people that don't shop on Plato's, that don't shop on Poshmark, eBay, Depop, or Mercari. They only shop on THREDUP, or predominantly on THREDUP. Yeah, I don't know. What are these? Oh, these are Forever 21. Like a wide leg jean. I don't know why they wouldn't take these. They're the 90s fit. So I think I will try these again to Plato's. Next. I don't know why they didn't take this. Maybe they just don't know what it is. This is a Free People. Here's the Free People tag. I think it's a cashmere blend hood. Oh no, it's not cashmere blend. It's just extra, extra soft. So this is a oversized. This is the hood part, and this kind of comes like down over your shoulders. I know that's going to be really like odd for me to like try to show you, but it's not a shirt. It's not a jacket. It's not a, I guess the most, what you would call this would be like a scarf with a hood, like a shoulder shrug with a giant hood. Maybe I'll try that one more time to them just because it is Free People. We'll see. I think maybe they just didn't know what it was. Next. I don't know why they didn't take this. Peloton men's athletic tank top. I will definitely try that again to them. And last, again, a pair of Levi's. Maybe they're just full up on Levi's. Levi's is usually, at my Plato's in particular, almost always 100% accept. So I don't know why they passed on every single Levi's garment that I brought them. But I will try these one more time with them. And they are just a men's 505. Okay, so now the Hulken is empty. I'm just going to put these right back in there so they can stay in the Plato's Hulken for next time. So we have about half of a Hulken still of stuff they've already seen. But like I said, you hope for a different buyer and then you go from there. Okay, so now with that, let me get the THREDUP box out of the way. This isn't quite full yet, so we will have to wait a little while to send that out. And now we are going to, what are we going to do now? Pull the sales, I guess, right? Oh no, let's pack this delivery cart really quickly first. Okay, get all of this stuff out of the way. So this is just a little like bathroom vanity cart that I got because it's so little and it's white and it can hold just enough stuff that I can put on the porch. And it worked really well last year, so I'm hoping it works just as well this year. I have this little sign that I made. It just says, "Delivery drivers, thank you for all you do. Please help yourself." And then I have a few little containers that I put in here last year. Okay, so I have this little clear one that I usually put the snacks in, and then this one holds, last year it held the hot hands and the hot feet and hand sanitizer, and then the bottom two tiers I usually just fill with drinks, so it like weighs down the bottom of the cart. I have this stuff that I'm going to put in there. I'll just show you really quickly. Gatorades, like I said, those are just going to go on the bottom. Can you see me still? Sort of. Okay, Gatorades on the bottom. I usually do one type of like flavored drink and then some water bottles. Unfortunately, I only have one small water bottle right now, so I have to get some more waters for my cart. And then we have hot hands and hot feet right now. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, these little hot feet and little hot hands, I'm going to put those. I'm actually going to put those in the clear one so you can kind of see them. Okay. And what else do we have? And then I have just a few snacks that I picked up at Costco the last time I went. These are like a trail mix blend. So I'm just going to put some of those in there. Okay, and then these are like a protein little blueberry cluster snack. I don't know. Put them in here too. Okay, so now our delivery cart is done. Let me show you. And then that I just stick like flush against the wall right outside our front door on the porch. And I put the bin for the post office pickup right in front of it. And that's the cart. Okay, now let me actually run this upstairs really quick and then we will pull the sales. And actually, before we pack the sales, we are going to go through and inventory just a few things on Nifty. So let me actually grab this and bring it down. So these are in this giant Hulkin. Oh, you can't really see, but this giant Hulkin is full of things that were listed last week or the beginning of this week and have never been put into any of my inventory bins. And I'm going to go ahead and take the next, I don't know, 30 minutes or so and inventory some of this stuff to just chip away at it. I don't know if you can see down there. I have that basket right there full, and then this black laundry basket as well are full of things that have never been inventoried that are newly listed. So we are going to chip away at that. I use Nifty to inventory things now. Like I said in the beginning, I think I mentioned that I use Nifty's interface because it pushes the inventory bin through to Poshmark, eBay, Depop. It pushes the information through to all of the platforms. So no matter which platform an item sells on, I will always have the inventory marker in the description. And that's where I put the inventory marker. I had that question last week. Where do I put my inventory bin in Nifty? And I just put it in the very bottom of the description. I hit enter a few times after the last, few words, and then I put a / and then I put my bin number. So like AA or AE, or what do we got over here? What's this one? OF. So that's how I do my inventory marker. And like I said, the reason I do it that way is so that no matter which platform it sells on, no matter what happens, it's always marked on every platform where the item is. So I don't lose things, because that's happened more times than I like to admit. So we're going to get to doing that really quick. I'm going to put you back on hyperlapse, take you through the next 45 minutes of doing that. And then we will pull the sales, which, like I say, I have all of my labels here. I always write down what the item is, which bin it's in, and what platform it's sold on. And then we will get to packing the sales. So, okay, break. Okay, friends, so hold on, let me make sure that's not crooked. Okay, now we are going to pack up the sales. Before I pack up the sales, I do want to show you, I have changed my thank you labels once again. Let me show you really quickly. I have one for Poshmark, eBay, and Depop. I don't make enough Mercari sales, I don't think, yet to make one specifically for Mercari, but Poshmark, they all say basically the same thing, but if you read, they're sort of tailored. Like Poshmark says, thank you for shopping my closet. And eBay's says, thank you for supporting my store. But they all have QR codes that link back to my personal shops. And this one, Depop, says, thank you for supporting my shop. So those all go on the corresponding sales as well. Not only do they say thank you to the people that are buying things from me, but they encourage you to leave a review. Okay. Now, first sale. First, before we get into the sales, I got, like I said, really cute holiday mailers. These are them. Let me get closer so I can show you. How stinking cute. First of all, pink Christmas Santas. I love them, and I instantly added these to my cart as soon as I saw them. And then these were suggested to me, green and pink. How stinking cute. They give very old Christmas vibes to me, like vintage Santa vibes. vintage wrapping paper vibes. So these 2 mailers I got, and then I think these were both a set of 100. And then I got the matching matching paper. Like I say, I never do this, especially with like printed tissue paper. But I thought for sales, especially that are going out in December, I think I'm going to save the tissue for December. I believe I got 100 pieces of the tissue, or maybe it was 50. I'm not sure. Are you kidding? Look how cute that is. It's like a combination of the 2 mailers. So I think that's going to be really fun to pack holiday sales with. Also, if you're interested in any of these, I will link them in my Amazon links for you, and you can find that in the description or on my like YouTube homepage under my links. So very excited about the holiday mailers. I think I am going to use some of the Santas maybe for today's sales. We'll see. What else did I want to show you? Where is this going to go? Right here. Okay, and I also wanted to show you these because I think I got these in new and you haven't seen them yet. These are the exact same size as the flat rate. They're just for grounded vantage. They feel a little bit different, but I would say they're extremely comparable. So I think these are going to be a really great mailer for Poshmark and grounded vantage sales that you can get for free. So you don't have to buy mailers. And I also received another pack of these in. So I have quite a few of these now. These come, I think, in a set of 10. I've used them, maybe a handful of times, 4 or 5 times, and nobody's complained that their mailer was ripped to shreds when it arrived. So hopefully those are good to go as well. Okay, now I guess we're going to just jump into the sales. And if you are new here, this is your first Pack With Me video, I will read to you my full SEO title so you can get a feel for the keywords or phrases or fashion cores, etc., that I might have used to help sell each one of these items. I will also tell you what each item sold for, as well as what I will make after fees and cost of goods, and I will pop the photo of the item like right here on the screen for you. Okay, first we have a Poshmark sale, right? Yes, this is the Black Diamond Reversible Down Puffer Jacket, blue and white, Gorp Core Mountain Wear, size small. They sold for $22 and I will make $16. Now I will say that's a little on the low side. However, I guess I'll put it, no, it's a little bit big. It needs to go in one of these. This is a jacket that I pulled from the rolling rack in either my last Pack With Me or the one right before it to make sure it was still listed and had the best SEO title it possibly could. I remember specifically changing this title and adding Gorp Core and Mountain Wear. Perhaps that helped it to sell. I have had this for at least a full year. So I'm very, very excited to see it off to a new home and I don't have to hold on to it until next year. And we are going to pop a Poshmark thank you sticker on there. Also, I did notice that this tape gun is on sale. I purchased another one so I could have one for my clear tape and one for this like colored eBay tape. So I'm gonna have 2 here soon. I won't have to cut the tape with my scissors anymore. Okay, that one's done. Next, J. Jill. What is this? J. Jill blue white stripe gauze cotton button front shirt nautical preppy. Size extra large. This sold for $15 and I will make $11. And again, this was a Poshmark sale. And I think this can fit in here. Yes, we will use a Santa mailer. Santa. Next, another Poshmark sale. This I have had forever and a day, so I'm so excited to see it go. Lincoln Park Skull Graphic Tee, logo tour tee, size medium. It sold for $10 and I will make $7. And again, that was a Poshmark sale. A Depop sale. This is the Hello Molly Sunset Views satin midi dress in dark blue, size 4. new with tags, cocktail formal. It sold for $50 and I will make $43, and this was a boosted sale. And if you are new here, I do boost everything on Depop. Next, this is a pair of Spanx faux patent leather high-rise leggings, glossy black, shaping, size extra small. They sold for $31 and I will make $24. Almost forgot a thank you sticker. And again, this was a Poshmark sale if I didn't say that. Sale Icebreaker Merino 200 tech hoodie, half zip, base layer, gray navy, men's size medium. This sold for my full asking price of $39 and I will make $30. And again, this was a Poshmark sale. Next sale, another Poshmark sale, I believe. Lonely Ghost, I Love You, Say It Back hoodie in mustard yellow, size large. This sold for $29 and I will make $22. Okay. Vintage lot of 8 enameled striped round large drawer pulls, pink, blue, gray, brass. These sold for $20 and I will make $15. And actually, let me grab a little box for these so they can stay safe. And that was another Poshmark sale if I didn't say that already. Okay. A thank you sticker. Okay. Last sale is an eBay sale. eBay has been so quiet for me the last week and a half, which is super unfortunate. But I did have one eBay sale yesterday. Vintage, I Survived the San Francisco Earthquake 80s graphic neon t-shirt, 1989, size extra large. Like I said, this was an eBay sale. It sold for $24 and I will make $18. And I do use flat rate on eBay, so I put this in a flat rate envelope. Okay. We are done with this pack with me, work with me, ship with me video. I'm going to put all the sales in here and take a little thumbnail. I found this bag at the bins the other day and it was brand new and it's plastic. And I was like, oh, that's cute. I wonder what I could use that for. Maybe I could just like, you know, use it as a storage bag, but I've been using it for my thumbnails for my pack with me videos. So that's cute. Anyway, if you want to let me know how your sales have been in the comments below, that would be awesome. Like I said, eBay's kind of been not so great as of late, but I will take one sale. I will take all the sales I can get. Anyway, if you took the time to watch this video and you spent your social media currency with me today, I so appreciate you. And if you wouldn't mind just hitting like on your way out, that would be awesome. I'll see you next time, friends. Bye.